This is Judy. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be working on day number 16 in Chrissy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. And this sketch is from Galaxy Girl, Janet Fritz, and I love this sketch. It's really pretty. And the prompt for Dotty About Flair is journaling. So we'll do some journaling. I always do journaling, sometimes a lot, sometimes not so much. That all depends on the photos, right? So I pulled out some pictures, and they're of my granddaughter and her softball season last year. And I already scrapped some pictures for her scrapbook album. Now these are for mine. So this heart is very fitting because I'll just do something like how much I love her and how wonderful she is, right? So the papers I brought out were these, and this paper doesn't match, but I like the zip strip because it has the blue and the orange. So that one I might get, and this one is for the stars. And now we'll get into the colors now. Probably not that one, probably not that one. And these papers are from the current mix-in. Those ones were from the current mix-in from Close to My Heart. And this is from the In Full Bloom collection because they're sitting on my desk as I'm thinking about working with them. So I wanted to pull in some of these frames, and look, this is perfect for the journaling aspect. So, oh, and it's even got like a little torn paper notch here. So let's get that out. There we go. Perfect. And there are some scallops on the bottom of the heart, but I don't know if that will do it for me. I could use this circle, but I think I want to use the heart because it's big, and this green circle might work because green is in the photos, and along with these too. I don't know about the yellow flowers, but the blue ones would look good. So I'll just get these out, and if I don't use them, it's okay. Oh, I like this butterfly. That would be really pretty. She loves butterflies as well, so that would be fitting for a page about her. So put these aside, and this one, a little butterfly, so that would give me 3 butterfly elements. Oh, this one's nice though. I might choose to do that one instead. A little flower, a branch, some of the other leaves. And for any of these that I don't use, I'll put them in a little baggie and put with the collection so I don't lose them. So punching them out like this isn't a waste of time for me. This is a sticker sheet, so I'm going to leave this intact because I don't know which ones I might use, if any. I have to take a better look at it. Probably not the yellow. The glacier would be good. The lagoon cardstock would be good. This is really nice and soft. This might be my heart. And then I brought in this piece for the orange. I didn't want anything too bright. What's on the back side? Oh, that would be that wouldn't be good enough. I like the smaller ones. Okay, and then I have these. Let's put these on something white. These are the thin laser cut pieces, and this is like a really stiff board. It's not cardstock. It's not cardboard. It's thick board. It's not real flexible, very sturdy, and so intricate. Look at these cuts. It's just incredible. So I'll get these out because they're falling out anyway. Oh, and there's a little butterfly. Alright, I'm going to share my screen here and show you how I came with my heart from my Cricut. So I went into the shapes that they give you with your subscription, and there was a heart, so I selected it, and then I'm just going to go up and enlarge it to 10 inches, and it's the perfect shape for this sketch. So I'm going to go into Make It, and I use medium cardstock setting for close to my heart cardstock. Okay, that heart's pretty good size. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a heart on this paper and use this behind it. So let's see, if I do it this way, that will use up most of my paper, right? So we're going to do just trace an outline. I could cut this with my Cricut, but there's something else I want to do with it, just to experiment. I'm going to take my water brush now. I'm going to get it manipulated here. It's a little dry. And let's get out my craft sheet. I'm really thinking on the fly for this one. I hope this works. If it doesn't, I'll cut it all out of the video. And you'll never know. If it does work though, you'll know. So I'm going to go around the line now with my, there we go, with my water. And we used to do this with, I don't know if you remember, I'm probably dating myself, with mulberry paper. We'd wet it and then it would pull apart. And so I'm going to do that with this. And it may warp and may not be usable. And that's okay. It's just paper. I've got more. I hate to use this really pretty paper for something that doesn't work, but this is how we learn. So I'll let it really get into the fibers of that paper. And we're going to just start pulling out. I don't want too much on the edges here. And maybe I didn't get it wet enough here. There we go. There's a little more water. This came out really nice. I love it. I'm so glad it worked out. So it's going to go on here. And let's see what else I need. All right, so that's pretty close, right? Maybe some scallops here. I don't know, some scallops under the photos. So I'm going to get the photos out and matted. This fits really well. I dried it with my dryer and it kind of curled the edges, but you know what? I like that look. It gives it some dimension, so it's perfect. So let me get that put down. And I could even rough it up a little bit more. I love this side too. I hate to cover it up, but I have more of this paper, so I'm good. And I'm not putting glue right along the edges because I might want to tuck some things underneath. Instead of heart clusters, I'm going to do floral clusters just because I love these flowers. Not that it has anything to do with softball, but I can do it if I want to, right? Make your pages your own. Don't be afraid to use what you want. The pictures I cut down and I put onto that orange dotted paper and then onto that blue, and I love how that looks. And then I cut this down to a 3x3 and it fits in this frame, but then the orange doesn't show, so I think I'm going to layer it on top. We're going to put her like that, and then this one is going to go underneath here for my journaling. And maybe a butterfly down here. Got one here. I can put a tag there for this, and maybe that'll be the date. And then a cluster here, and then one here with the title. And so I got out this floral cluster to put here. And then I got this butterfly to go here with the title. And this little arrangement here can go underneath. And there's another flower. I might have it like that with that butterfly. I might have to go sideways, I'm not sure. Let's see. Put the flower here and the butterfly. Now I don't, it looks like she's wearing it on the top of her head, right? So always look what things are when they're clustered together. I want to have it on the corner. So maybe this branch won't work. So my fingernails are not doing well picking these up. I could even have it underneath the actual photo, like that. And then the flower here and the butterfly. Okay, so I also cut these out for the like splashes of color. They have like brush strokes here. So I wanted to bring this color in. It's the color that's behind here, and it also brings the muted orange into it. And I have this green, but there's green here, 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 and here. I might layer a tag on top of it or something. I'm not sure. It's too much green at the moment, so we'll see. And then I have this star border that I like too, and that really mutes it, right? Put that little bit of gray on there and it mutes the color down. So we'll see, but I love the stars, and that could be brought down here as well, and maybe over here, because she is my little superstar. And that's going to be my title, I think, Little Superstar. She, of course, wasn't the superstar, but to me, she's a superstar, so I can title it that way. Let's see, anything else? I think that's it. So I'll get my title, and I've got that glued to the table. I'll get my title and cut this down. What else do I got to get? This little banner here. I'm gonna have to put something around the outside, right? I might have to stamp something. I'll see if I can get maybe a star border, a muted star border in green. That would look really good. I like that idea. Okay. So I'm gonna share my screen again and show you what I do in Cricut to create my title. So I go to a new window, hit text, and then I delete that text box. You could overwrite it as well, but I highlighted it and then deleted it, and now I'm just typing my title, Little Superstar. I'm going to go up and change the font, because you need to highlight it again. Click on that down arrow and it will show you all the fonts that you can use. And if you hover over it, it will expand and show you what the letters and all the numbers look like. And that scroll bar will show you all of the fonts you have. But I go up to the top and type in one of my favorites, which is Skinny, and pick one from there. And then I wait, and there it changed my font to that. And now I'm going to go up to the offset. And as you can see, it's set at 0.25. which makes a big offset around the letters. So I'm going to change it, and note there that it will weld it as well. So I'm going to change it to 0.03 and then hit the tab button, and it will apply, and you can see how skinny that offset is. So hit apply, and then you will see the offset, and it always comes up in black. And you can see they're not attached. So if you move it, you know, then you can hit the back button and it'll go back to where it was. Because I like to keep it together. And sometimes I'll weld it together like that to make it just a bolder font. But now I'm going to check it out and change the color, because seeing black letters on a black background when you go to cut it is hard to see what it looks like on the mat. So I change it to red, and of course it doesn't mean I have to cut it in red. I can still cut it in any color. And you can see there, you can see the gray on the gray, which isn't too bad. And then the red on the red. It's much easier to see than black on black. So now I'm thinking that the letters are a little too small, so I'm going to put them back together. Highlight them all by dragging over it. And then you can use that arrow button to drag it to make it larger, but I like using the fields up above there and just type in what size I want it, which is 1.5 inches. And there you go. So now we're going to go in to make it again and see what it looks like. And it looks good. Those letters are so skinny, right? Will those cut good in the Cricut? It will if you use close to my heart cardstock. It cuts really good. So now I'm going to try to put the letters closer together, because I don't want to use as much cardstock. I tried to save on it. So I'm going to put them together a little bit. Now the offset letters you can't adjust. Those are the way they are. But those are going to be cut in black, so it doesn't matter to me. It was the little superstar skinny letters I was going to cut out of the UV cardstock, and I wanted to make sure they're closer together. And it doesn't really matter because they aren't welded, and I can make them as close or far apart on my layout as I want. So now we'll make it. Okay, my title is cut out. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'm going to attach it to the letters before I remove them from my Cricut mat. It just makes it easier. It keeps all the letters still, and this is just another example of how well this cardstock cuts out. It's close to my heart. It's black cardstock. Our cardstock is phenomenal. And I did a video that was posted yesterday on our cardstock, so if you're interested in finding a good cardstock, go watch it. It's great stuff. And this is our new UV coated shiny cardstock, and again, cuts out great. Be careful, these are really thin letters. So let's make sure I got them all. It looks like they all came out. Okay. Wow. So now I'm going to attach these with glue to the black. And does that seem intimidating? Yes, it is. And how I do it, and it works like a charm, is I put some glue on my scrap paper, and I'm going to just tap my letter in the glue, and then tap it off onto the scrap paper so it doesn't have any residue, and then I can put it on my letter. Make sure I get that shiny side up. Okay, my layout is almost done. I still have the border to do, and I found this stitched border. I thought I would use this instead of trying to dig through my stash to find some star borders. So I'm going to get my green ink, which is avocado. Okay, I really like it. I think the only thing left is I want to do some splatters with my shimmer brush to bring in some color. And I think I'll do the mint. Shake it until it starts rattling. Get out my craft sheet again. Don't open it on your project, just in case there's some ink in there that gets shaken out. Get it primed up with some ink. And just add that neat, nice little burst of color. Maybe a little more up here. There we go. And you could even add some to the butterfly just to add a little more color to them. Okay, I think that's enough. I'm going to stop while I'm ahead, and make sure you check out everybody who's doing this sketch in the description of the video below. And if you liked it, hit that like button and subscribe and leave a comment if you could. And thank you for joining me today, and close-ups at the end. Take care. Have a great day.